Howdy, folks. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you, I have a special Bjorn's Mighty Thoughts video as I'm actually going to be trying to raise awareness and money for a military charity named Stack Up. It is for current serving and veteran personnel of the United States military as well as other allied nations, pretty much countries within NATO, Australia, New Zealand, places like that, which I actually didn't really know about that till I did this interview. And I have a special guest for this video. MrsE is her moniker. She's going to talk about Stack Up as she knows a lot more about it than I do. I'm more or less just the question and answers guy, if you will. But I want to just take time, raise awareness, hopefully, maybe even help raise some money for Stack Up so they can continue helping people the way they do. But anyway, folks, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let this interview roll. This is the raw, real, uncut footage, if you will, and hopefully you all enjoy it. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today I am with Miss E, which is a spokeswoman, if I understand correctly, for Stack Up, which is a military charity program. And actually, it's for current, from what I can judge, and she can correct me if I'm wrong here, from what I can judge from looking at the website, that it is for both current serving and veterans.
Correct.
Which I actually found that interesting. I see a lot of charities uh, about more directed towards veterans, but not so much towards the act of serving, which I found that
Yeah.
completely different. I'm going to ask a series of questions here. Missy, would you like to take a moment, introduce yourself, so that way, the YouTube listeners out there could hear your fine voice.
Thank you. Well, hi, I'm Mrs. E. I am I work for the influencers team for Stack Up, and we are a uh, um, charity that support U.S. and allied veterans, as well as active duty, by promoting positive mental health and combating veteran suicide through gaming and geek culture. So I'm a huge nerd. I play a lot of video games in my free time. And Stack Up just kind of works with that because we like to combat like negative mental health with video gaming. So I'm putting two of my passions together, and ta-da!
There's actually some interesting snippets there you say about mental health. I also want to throw a snippet out there about surprisingly with gaming. I have found that it does also help with physical elements as well. Um,
I Oh,
my
that's really cool. I'm not aware of gaming. I'm sure it does. It wouldn't surprise me. I do know that on our website, we do have quite a few studies that have been done showing that playing video games is actually really, really good for your mental health.
Okay, so here's where it goes with the physical health for me.
Hmm.
I Many of my viewers know this, not all my viewers know this, but the lower half of my spine is completely shot. Herniated disc, deteriorated disc, the whole 9 yards, and it causes a lot of chronic back and leg pain for me. Surprisingly, though, when I can get into a video game, like really get into a video game, I can just completely forget about the pain. Like it keeps my mind so focused, if you will, that it actually does help a little bit even with physical pain. I find just a little snippet for people out there.
That's fantastic.
So let's start off with a couple questions. Let's start off with something real simple. What year did Stack Up establish?
2015. Our founder, Steve, started Stack Up basically from his basement.
Well, he started he started it from his basement. I bet you that was a challenge in itself.
I've heard stories. I didn't know of Stock Up back then, unfortunately, but I've heard stories of him having all of these gaming supplies and his basement was just stocked.
Good lord, I can only imagine that. Um, so what is well, you've kind of already covered what the main goal of Stack Up is. which the one part I didn't notice, I didn't see that online though. You brought up that it's even allies, so pretty much
Yes.
NATO.
Yes. So if you are a veteran and you are in a country that is NATO or not just NATO, but so Australia, for example, New Zealand, um, if you're an ally to the US, Stack Up is also going to support your mental health. We believe that, when we were in Iraq and Afghanistan, I know me personally, I was in Afghanistan, pardon me, I was in Afghanistan in 2010, and I worked with a lovely group of gentlemen from New Zealand. And fun story about New Zealand, their military is nicknamed the Kiwis, which is a flightless, very friendly bird, which is exactly how the New Zealand military was to the US because, we were besties over there. But they are terrifying in battle.
Nice.
And they had our backs while we were overseas, fighting over there. We definitely wanted to have their backs now that we're home. We want their mental health to be good too.
That's good to hear. Um, so generally, so outside of the portion of gaming, the part of that's gaming, what makes Stack Up different from other military charities? I also said about that it's also helps current serving, not just
Mhm.
veterans, which is also a different take on a military charity in itself. But is there anything else that you would say that makes it different compared to other ones?
Well, I would say the fact that all of our programs are open to either active duty or veterans. We've got, if you want, I can jump into our programs now.
Well, actually, I was going to be asking questions next about the programs.
Uh,
Let's start with the stacks, which is the volunteer portion of it.
yes, I love the stacks. So the stacks are volunteer teams that we have that are located all over the globe. On our website, if you go under programs and click under the stacks, you can actually pull up a map and see if there is a stack located close to you. Um, And these teams just go out and they do community betterment projects in their local areas. They plant trees, or they just meet up for pizza. Like, hey, I met you through Stack Up. Like, let's get a group together, go get a pizza, and play games together. It also extends onto our main Discord where we have game nights. Not everyone lives close to each other. You know how the internet works nowadays. And we have our stacks that will do game nights in the Discord for people that maybe don't live close to a stack but still want to have a game night.
That's good thinking, actually. And the internet does definitely make it a lot easier to set things up and communicate with each other. I got people I talk to from all over the world, essentially, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm sure even in the case of the Stack Up Discord, you probably have something very similar where you got maybe people from Germany, people from Canada and Australia, and so on and so forth. Even though I'm sure it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly Americans, but yeah, well, America. um, okay, so another one I was looking. One of the other programs was the supply crates.
Yes. I love supply crates. These are video game care packages that we send out to either a deployed unit in need that needs something or veterans that are in need. And these aren't just video game care packages. Sometimes we will receive a request from a unit that's deployed and they're like, hey, we love y'all. Can y'all please not send us a console because we've got one TV and we have to keep it on the news the entire deployment? Can you send us like board games? Or we've gotten a lot of requests for D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Like, hey, I want to teach my buddies how to play Dungeons and Dragons in our 1 hour of off time that we have. We get like 3 hours off on Sunday. Can you guys send me everything that I need to play D&D with my friends? And you know what? Yes, we can. We work on getting all these packages out. It's really nice. All of our supply crates are sponsored by streamers, content creators. We've had supply crates sponsored by like big events, like we'll have Stack Up go out to, I want to say PAX East last year and just walked around and asked for donations, and they raised enough money. PAX East as a whole raised enough money to sponsor a supply crate that got sent out, which was pretty cool. Um, and we like to share all of those photos online with our with everyone in the community because it's really awesome to see.
Yeah, I've seen some of those photos, and really quick snippet here. Shameless plug in for Stack Up. I am going to put a link in the video description down below so people can go check that out. And I definitely do recommend it. And there's a lot of that's actually where I found out a generalization about the programs, and I saw some of the photos that you're actually talking about. So it was actually
Hmm.
really good to see. And the thing for people to understand, especially for people that aren't necessarily in the military that's listening to this video right now, to understand about what it's like in the field and how important morale is. And I think this is a really good way of keeping up soldiers' morale. Because I mean, you're the thing to understand is not everybody gets assigned to I don't know, like Ramstein Airfield or something like that. You're getting assigned to most of
You
the
go
time
wherever
out
they
in the
tell you to
middle of
go.
nowhere. Um, so you might be lucky and you have running water because the Army Corps of Engineers set up a water station nearby. But yeah, don't even count on that. More than likely, you're using an outhouse and getting water from water tankers that's being shipped in. So
Yep.
little things like that is real nice to keep up morale and to kind of take focus away from a shitty situation, if you will.
Hmm.
Now, another program I saw in there was the air assault program. Could you
Yes.
tell us more about that?
Love our aerosol program. COVID did put a little bit of a pin in those because you know how COVID was.
Oh God,
Um,
the virus of unknown origin.
oh my goodness. So so our aerosol program is an all expense paid trip to bring deserving veterans to gaming and geek culture events. It's really cool. We get to introduce veterans to like game developers that they really really love. We recently we've been trying to get a couple more aerosols happening. We had uh, two aerosols happen at TwitchCon in San Diego last year. So if you're a streamer, you're familiar with Twitch and TwitchCon. We were able to send two veterans out to TwitchCon last year, which was really, really exciting to see. We also have a house in Los Angeles County, California, that was donated to us called Feelings House, and we use that as an aerosol area as well. And we fly veterans out to the house, take them to Universal Studios, Hollywood, kind of like a mini vacation. It's really
Nice.
nice. Mhm.
Okay, and now this is the part that really gripped me the most was the Overwatch program, and
Mhm.
that's really what you know caught my attention, and that's essentially it's an out. Well, I don't know if I want to say it's an outreach program, but it's more or less a suicide watch. I don't even want to say suicide
Mm.
watch. You know what? I'm going to let you explain it because I'm explaining
Okay.
it very poorly.
No, I think you were doing a great job. So, our Overwatch program, I believed, is our most impactful and most important program. If we didn't offer anything else, I feel that Overwatch is the number one thing that if I had to pick, this is my program. So what Overwatch is a 24/7 crisis intervention, peer-to-peer mental health channel in our Discord. All of our Overwatch staff is Psych Armor trained, as well as HIPAA certified. It's not required that we have our staff be HIPAA certified. However, because there is such a stigma attached to mental health, we've chosen to go ahead and have all of our Overwatch staff uh, become HIPAA certified. That way, maybe someone's on the fence about asking for help with their mental health. They know that StackUp is a safe place to go. Um, this channel is watched 24/7. We have got our staff on it 24/7, ensuring that no one has to wait. I think the longest I've ever seen anyone wait in that channel has been like 2 to 3 minutes, and that was just them getting the private channel open for them to speak. And it's one thing I also love about the Overwatch channel is it's not just for veterans and active duty military. It's open for anyone over the age of 18. If you need help, you're not alone. You can go to Stack Up Discord. You can go in there and say, hey, I need somebody to talk to. 2 a.m. Christmas Eve, one of our Overwatch staff will be there to talk to you. It's for crisis. And if you're not a crisis, but you just kind of like don't want to be alone, we have another channel that is just recently created, and that's just for like, hey, I just kind of need some mental health help. I'm not in crisis mode right now, but I think maybe I might get there soon. And we have that channel as well to assist people. Because at the end of the day, we can't say that we care about mental health. We don't care about everyone's mental health. Um, we want all of our player twos and player threes to still be with us tomorrow as our player twos and player threes and fours in all of our games.
That's
And
yep.
go ahead.
Continue.
Well, I was gonna say, I know that, and I know sometimes you're an amazing friend, and your viewers are probably amazing people. But sometimes when someone is in crisis, you don't have either the energy, and it's not because you don't want to have the energy, you're just tired because you've worked all day, or you've been doing your own thing all day and you're just exhausted. We all live, I feel like, in tired. We're tired a lot of the time. The older you get, the tireder you get. Overwatch is there for if you can't help your friend, but you know your friend needs help. I've sent quite a few of my friends, I'll get a DM late at night and I'm like, oh, I can't even read right now. I love you. Please. And it's not, saying that I don't want to help them. It's that I know that I trust Overwatch and I trust the Overwatch staff. I know they're going to be there and I know that they're going to be able to help my friends.
That's actually really good to hear, especially because if there's nothing else that people take away from this video, hopefully they take away this portion of the video that we're talking about with the Overwatch program, because there's definitely clearly a mental health crisis going on in the United States. There has been for a long time, to be
Mhm.
honest, and it's been masqueraded as a bunch of other problems. And I'm not going to get in on the problem, the stuff they're trying to masquerade it as, because then it becomes political. I don't want to go there, but
Mhm.
I definitely want to emphasize as well that, for people out there that are hearing this, if they need help, definitely outreach to people. Ask for, if you don't know anybody, ask a friend. Hey, do you know anywhere to, you know, I'm having some issues in my life. I need some advice. Do you know anywhere I can go to get that kind of advice, if you will, that kind of help? More people need to do that. And honestly, it's really becoming easier and easier for people to get that, or find that outreach. But I think also at the same time, it's also become harder for people to get that outreach because I would say they're scared. And I would want to tell those people that are listening to this right now, don't be. Just, go out there, get that help.
Mhm.
Don't don't let your ego get in the way if you need help. I mean, sometimes for some people it's I kind of have moments where I'm down too, and it's like, okay, you know what? I just need a day out, and some people just need that. Or I'm feeling down today. I just need a buddy to talk to. So I just want to urge people as we talk about this mental health thing that if you need help, go out there and find it for sure. Um, I'm not really. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm gonna DM you at the end of the video. If people look down in the information about the video, I'm gonna drop you a link and everything to our Stack Up Discord. So if anyone is experiencing mental crisis, please feel free to join this Discord and jump into our Overwatch program so that we can help you.
Awesome. That'd be very good. I'll definitely make sure I post that in the video description.
Other things I'm going to post in the video description for everyone. I'm going to post a link. Like I said, I'm going to post a link for the website. I'm also going to be posting a donation link. So if anyone wants to donate towards Stack Up, they can do that. But I definitely urge people to look into it. Uh, help if you can help. And then, obviously, if you're in a person, like I just said a bit ago, with the Overwatch program, if you need help, definitely go out there and get it. Because you may feel like you're alone, but you're really not.
Hmm.
Do we got anything else for the folks today, the fine folks at YouTube?
Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very important.
There, there you go. MrsE is telling you folks. I'm not telling you folks. She is telling you folks. Like and subscribe. Help me out as a YouTuber because
Best content.
the YouTube algorithm is the final boss you don't want to fight, and I've been fighting that boss for years. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the video, and definitely, like I said, check out the information below. Anyway, folks, have yourself a wonderful day.
All right, folks. So that's actually going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully, you all enjoyed it. Once again, be sure to check out the links below. Donate if you can, help out. I'm sure even volunteering could help if have the qualifications in the background and etc. And don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm sure either myself or even Miss E, which I can pretty much message her at any time. I can ask her questions and stuff like that. And reach out to her. And hopefully, if you do have any questions down below in the comment section, we can help you out. But anyway, folks, thanks again for tuning in and have yourself a wonderful day.